Hey, everybody. Welcome to the TibaneLabs weekly update. It's Friday, April 3rd, 2026. We're here with Mark, George, and myself, Van. I'm going to cover all the things we've been working on over the week since last, I think we did space on Tuesday. And everything's been going on in the background since then. So we're going to get some posts out, to get socials out. Should be live on Pump, X, and YouTube, I believe. Yep, I see we're live on Mark's account. But good morning, very good morning, early morning to you, Mark. How are you today?
Good morning. Well, I'm doing fine. A bit tired because this week has been quite busy, but got quite a few things to talk about, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. I know you've been working hard. You've been in the lab. You've been cooking. So I'm anxious to hear what you've come up with. George, how are you today, friend?
Good morning. Doing well. Doing well. Can't wait to hear Mark's new updates.
Same. Sounds good. I'm always excited to hear what Mark's got. He's always got something to throw out here live on a Friday. And yeah, so let me get this post out from the Tabane account. Tabane account stats, by the way, I'll cover those really quickly. Tabane account's very close to 300 followers. I think it's like 291. So if you are not following the account yet, please go do that and let me repost Mark's video onto the main feed and the XCOM, which I heard they shut down XCOMs. Is that right, George?
Yeah, they did. There was like a last one made, and then that was it. And no more XComs are being able to be made. So if you wanted an XCOM, I think you got to like change over.
You got to like change what it was to a
Yeah.
new one.
Yep.
Wow. That's something. So I guess we did. I guess the first thing we talk about is we did open our Telegram. We have a Telegram that's open now. I guess that was good timing since XComs are now banned. But yeah, so I put that post out. I'm gonna put that in the Telegram as well, so people should wake up. But yeah, very close to 300 followers. Would like to see that. Would like to get to 5. The magic number is 1,000. That's the stretch goal. You want once you get there's a little mental barrier to your X account being over 1,000. Everybody likes that. So everybody, please go follow the TibaneLabs account if you have not, and we'll go from there. Mark, I've been a little bit busy this week, and I didn't make a schedule of things to talk about. What do you want to start with this week?
I guess we can talk about quite a few things. One of the things I will say first is that I had an update plan for the app that is still being reviewed, so it's not complete yet. So it's still coming soon. I hope it will be ready next week, so I will be able to talk about this during our next update.
That's that kind of big thing we were talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to
It's
be
a fairly big update, so it's a lot of work and it's a lot of checks and
yeah.
quite a few things.
It's kind of a big update. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward
well,
to it.
I'm doing things in a way that's different from most of the players of the same market.
Yeah.
So that's going to require to make sure that everything is easy to understand.
No, I think that right now is the time for that. Like if you look on the timeline on CT, it's like every other post is just begging to return to bag work, and then every other post besides that is just begging for the next thing, the new thing. So I don't think doing things a little bit differently are a problem right now. I think that's actually you're right. You're right in the pocket for the time to do that.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of things, I prefer doing things my way. Uh, a lot of time I've been told by people that it's too much work or it's not worth it and so on because uh, in software engineering, for example, when you write your own SSH server in PHP, people tend to look at you weird. Uh, but for me, it's not only about creating something that's, I mean, creating something that exists. It's about understanding how it works and then tweaking it for my needs.
No, like I said, I think
Yes.
I think you're probably one of the best devs on Solana since you came over. Like I'll put it that way. You know, I don't know what you're doing. I've made the Hobbit joke many times. You know, me and George in the lab putting liquid paper on a bee. You know, and you're making stuff. But I have to say, I like the way you do things, and everything you've put out has been really nice. So, yeah, that's I think the way you do it, I think you're on the right track. From the observer's perspective and the user's perspective, I think you're doing things the right way.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, it's one strategy. One thing with this strategy that's changed a lot in recent times is it became a lot easier to do than it used to be thanks to AI. Like, basically, when I build from zero things that already exist, people tell me, yeah, you're creating the how do you say it in English? I'm not sure. In French we say recreating the wheel, which basically is something that already exists and you're just creating it again. But recent times have shown me that it's actually the right way to do things. One reason is that all of the libraries you can use online and so on are getting hacked one after another. You've got Axios. I mean, it's something that just keeps happening. The second reason is AI is making very easy to create clean libraries or whatever you need without implementing or inserting a full library that contains what you need plus a lot of other stuff. So it's better in terms of security, and it's not much of a hassle anymore. So that's some of the reason why I think it's a good way to do things.
No, I agree with you, and I think we've seen, and you talked about the quantum deal. Like a lot of people are not taking that seriously with Bitcoin. The AI, like, you know, a lot of these people, like I saw there was someone who I forget who it was. They're like, oh, AI is letting the CEO back in the GitHub, and I'm like, that's probably not a good thing. You know, like it's better to have someone like you who actually knows how to code that can oversee. Like the AI is like I've talked about this a little bit. It's like, you know, the AI all has the same like verbiage, the way they talk. Like, do they have the same verbiage in how they code? So like if they have a security flaw, are they replicating that security flaw every time they execute code? Logically, it would make sense. It's hard to say. So I think you, with a hands-on approach, the way you do it, like oversight with, and I talked about that when AI came out, like the solo dev or the small team of devs are actually going to get the most benefit out of AI versus these huge corporations, because you're able to essentially like use them as a ground, like a base for what you're working on, and then you can refine it, fix it, touch it up. Whereas someone who, like me, if I was trying to vibe code, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. You know, it works, but like, is there a security error? Is there a security flaw or vulnerability? Like, I don't know, you know? So I think, also you still work really fast, Mark. I gotta say, even though you're talking about doing everything like, you know, hands-on and like technical, you still work really fast. I have to say, like this is what week is this week? Is this week 8? Week 8, I think. I think this is week 8. And you've got an app, you've got the Seeker dApp, you've got all 8 tools. How many tools we got now? Let's see. We got the swap, we got the incinerator, transaction studio, token explorer, domain manager, vanity wallet splitter, and FEMA. That's 8 tools plus staking. So I think it's okay that you can do it however you want. You know, you're going pretty quick, brother. So yeah. So I think again, I'll say it this way. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Just do what you're doing, because it's working out. So
yeah, I mean, there's quite a few things happening, and I do rely on AI for some things. I don't code. I mean, I think they would probably need a better word for this because vibe coding feels a bit different. For
I
me,
think
vibe
vibe
coding is
coding
for
is
people
definitely a
just
different animal than what you do.
yeah. For
I
me,
think
vibe coding would be like give the AI the full like do the full thing.
right.
For me,
Yeah.
typically, I do the architecture myself. I decide, okay, we're going to have it's just like when you make a house, you have the entrance, a lobby, a living, toilet, bathroom, whatever. I mean, you have enough things to place. Uh, and I typically do that myself, and then I let the AI build specific components. What I think a lot of people would just do vibe coding, they just say, okay, I want a house uh, like that, and they just let the whole thing happen. And
Oh
it
yeah.
works sometimes, but it's maybe not going to be working the way you want.
Yeah, it may not be the most efficient or the most secure. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, for security, there's a lot of things. I mean, I have experience coding and building a lot of things with AI. I can tell you that anything that needs security, the AI is very bad at.
I would have assumed as much. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have assumed that. I don't know if most people did, but I think that's everyone's like, oh, I'm a dev now. And it's like, no, not really. Like,
Yeah. I mean, one thing AI lacks a lot of is confidence. So each time you build something with AI, typically it will have fallbacks. So for
right.
example, we get a login page, we verify the user's password is correct. If it's correct, we let the user log in. If not, maybe the password was not encrypted like that, so we try something else. Maybe this or that. So you have fallbacks, and fallbacks typically connect to security issues.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, it's just better to have someone that knows. It's a great tool and it's a powerful tool,
Yeah.
but you got to have somebody that knows they're looking at on top of it as well. But I like what you're doing. I I I have full confidence in what you're building, and I see the vision, and I think at some point more and more people on Solana will see the vision of what you're building, and just I know you're doing more than just Solana, but even though the trenches are kind of dry right now, I think Solana is going to have a lot of impact on just general like blockchain transactions, finances, payments, stocks, all that kind of stuff, commodities, all that jazz. So I think you're in the right place with that to build all your various projects on, and I'm excited to see where you go with them. Can we do announcement? Can we because we have a new pool open. Can you show the pool explorer when you get to this?
Uh, Let me get the right page on and the screen share. And I need to add. Here we are. So we have a new pool, you say?
Yes, sir. It's a very, it's so we have deep nets, which is right there. They came on last week. And their pool is doing really well. They're getting close to 15% stake. They've got 5.25 Solana rewards in there, 17 stakers. Just a really beautiful pool. And then last night, last couple of days, I was talking to Maddie from Wiener. That's the Wiener meme token on Solana, and they are now open. He's figuring out exactly what they want to do as far as share and all that stuff. But they have also opened a pool. I think he set it to a 30-day wait, no lockup, no cooldown, minimum 500,000 stake, and you also launched the stake bot in there as well this morning. So thank you for that, Mark. So another great. Excuse me. I've seen the Wiener guys in the trenches like bag working like crazy, and we are glad to have them on the platform as well, and have their holders start to pile into the pool, and they'll be sharing fees on the platform as well.
Yeah, it's always nice to see more people joining the staking pool system.
Well, I said that in the post. I think a lot of in the trenches, and Solana trenches. It's sort of excuse me. I got a little cold here. I put out a post last night and you reposted it, which I appreciated that very much. I think I got like 80 followers from you reposting that, Mark. So thank you. But I just wanted to let people know, like obviously, like you're working on deving stuff all the time. You've got some huge updates to talk about. You've also got other things you're working on, VPNet, Devil Fruit, and something else that you might talk about today. But I'm like everyone thinks that a lot of people think that you're just quiet and you're not doing anything. I've actually been talking to teams on Solana every single day. Like I've probably talked to, I would say 30 or 40 tokens. And we talked a little bit about this in the pre-show about you just got to keep talking to people, and then the way it works is if people that know about Pump Fun, Alan had to go around and DM people to get them to make tokens on his platform and stuff. It starts out slow, and what we have here is a very grassroots effort. So, but that's what I've been doing. So if you're on, if you're in Chief Pussy or TibaneLabs, and you're part of the community, and people that are making tokens or have tokens, we need tell them to come open a pool. It doesn't cost them anything; it's free. And that was sort of my rationale. I said this morning, it's like, we're kind of building the LARP screener, which is live action role play, just the BS filter for Solana. If someone won't share fees with their holders, they're not going to share the bag work. Like they're not going to. If they won't at minimum share some fees that they get for nothing to holders, then they're not gonna share their time. They're not gonna share their effort, etc. They're just not, and they'll eventually stop. And that's not what we want. We want the Pool Explorer on Tibane to be, tokens that are actually trying to make communities and be the quote unquote the ideal of a meme, like a meme community, like good memes. Good utilities. Any token on Solana has a community, and they can share their fees or any kind of whatever they've got and do it for free on Tibane. And you want the Pool Explorer to just be a list of like good tokens, and just cut out all the noise. That's kind of my thesis on it, and I think it's starting to work. And I just wanted to let people know that that's like obvious. I'm not a dev. I can't do what you do, Mark. I can't make things, but I've been every day for the last 2 months, just been going around to tokens on Solana, bag working communities, and being like, hey, come on the platform, open up a pool. Let's, it doesn't cost you anything. You can share fees with holders. You can do decentralized supply control. Everybody wants supply control. I've been on some big spaces and like, oh, you can't do an organic token. You got to have supply control. Well, now you have a way of doing decentralized, incentivized supply control. And it doesn't cost you anything. So, and if you do it now, if you do it early before we leave beta, Mark will throw a stake bot in your pool like he did for Wiener. He did that for Deep Nets, did that for TCAT, did it for Flash Screener. All these tokens that are coming on board. So that's what I'm doing. Like we're working. We're not just sitting around. Like I just wanted to make that very clear. Go ahead.
I appreciate that very much because I can build things, but I'm not good at talking with people, doing things like that.
Well, and I appreciate, like I said, I think everyone has things they can do, and that's how I've said that. That's how memes work. That's how they work. Whatever you're good at, you do it and you bring it to the table. And that's how you win. And I got to be honest with you, it would kind of be a waste of your time to be doing that. Like I can go bullshit with people all day long, excuse my language, but I can't build anything. I can't build nothing. So, but I can go talk to people. I can show them. And like I said, so if you're on the fence about opening a pool, please do it. If you hate, like you can keep complete fee control. You don't lose any fee control. You don't lose. It's not like some of these other platforms where you got to sign over your fees and all this stuff. It's not like that. If you get in the platform and you hate it, you can set all the settings to 0, let everybody out, and just go away. It costs you nothing. And I can tell you what we're trying to build here. This Explorer is meant to be, the Pool Explorer on Tibane is meant to be a way to like everyone on the timeline in CT is begging for a return to bag work, begging for a return to communities and the old ways. And it's not going to happen naturally. You're not going to get away from a 47-second hold time naturally. You have to bring all the people that want to actually have, multi-hold days and sleep on their bags and be part of a community, and they're going to all be on platform and looking at your token. So like as every token we onboard adds a new group of people who are going to see everybody else's token. So that's the thesis. But I do appreciate that, Mark.
Incentivation for holding and incentivation for like actually, building something rather than cheating in 10 seconds. This gives the holder incentive to stay longer and also rewards them for being there inside of the pool.
Absolutely. It's Pavlovian retraining wheels. Because like everybody on Solana is trained to just hit the sell button the minute they get any profit and just turbo nuke it. And this is like, they're not going to learn a different way on their own. You have to build something to show them a different way. And hold culture is ancient. It's part of the very ethos of crypto. Like the trenches had it, back when Solana went to $8, it was a big deal of it. Everybody was holding and believed in Solana, and it went all the way back up to 300 or whatever. So this idea of the turbo nuke cycle it's new. It's not the only way to do it. And
not only like the turbo nuke cycle, but also like the psychology of most traders too is they want to get out their initials. They want to then be in profit in free ride. Like that's like most players' strategies. Now, imagine if you stake whatever 1% in the pool and you got in early that cost you under 1 Solana, but then you're staked in the pool and the pool created, 30, 40, 50 Solana and you're getting 2 Solana. You're already making a whole Solana on top of your, your position that you have.
Even if there's a wait time, you're waiting. When you have your immature soul, you can take it back. It's already got it.
Sell your initials because you're staked and you're getting your initials back for free just for staking. So that enables you to hold longer and it enables you to have a larger position in the token without selling your initials off.
That's right.
It's like it's kind of going to rewire people's strategy once this catches on and once people start to see that nothing's sustainable holding for 10 seconds and dumping and just like moving on to the next one. That's not sustainable for the trenches, not sustainable for traders, not sustainable for anyone but the people bundling 30% at fucking 3K market cap,
Exactly.
This is kind of like a hedge against that sort of technique.
And like it's not sustainable anyway. Like people are there every day. There's less and less participants in that because it's very difficult to succeed in that atmosphere. Like it's not. So there've been a bunch of people put out like threads and things, and it's like retail is not going to do that. Retail is not going to engage with you in a multi-wallet hyper bundle snipe fest. That's not how retail works. Retail buys something on Coinbase and they sit on it. Right? Like, so like they're not gonna do it. And what's gonna come in is they're gonna come in and they're gonna get nuked and they're gonna leave. The best part about this too, and the thing that I'm waiting for people to discover is everyone's always looking for the next market, the next an emerging market. Like you had NFTs and you had memes and you had perps. There's actually there's a market structure here. Like let's say let's say there's pools opening up every day. Like especially for new tokens, like the way the stake bot works, where it compounds up to 3.5, then goes to burning, and the way fees work, if you have it set up to split fees out, if you get into a pool early on a launch, and that's a lot of times when most of the volume happens is on early launches, you could get a significant amount of fees cut to you without a significant amount of token staked if you're earlier than most participants. So besides everything else that's going on here, as we start to get rolling and more people start to use things on Tibane as a launch aid, people will be able to get into the pool because the fees are split based on the ratio of the stakers in the pool at the time of deposit. So if you're like one of 5 people in a pool and each of you has 1 million tokens in, you're going to get 20% of the fees that are deposited with your with 1 million tokens, with 0.1% of whatever their cut is. So there's an emerging market there too that'll happen over time as more people come on and start to use, you make your token on Pump or wherever. Then you come to Tibane, open your pool, set your stake bot, and redirect the fees. There's a market there to sort of play it. Does that make sense, George?
Yeah, for sure. And like we've said before too, once your stake bot gets 3.5%, he's on like a buy and burn mission. So he
Yep.
holds the 3.5 and just buys and burns, buys and burns, buys and burns. So you kind of have like a compounding thing going on. As long as your token is generating fees, the stake bot is getting a percentage of those fees, and then those fees are then burned. So it helps your token take coins out of supply, and it also just feeds like a compounding bot to keep buying and burning.
The real benefit of it is because a lot of people don't have a ton of money, even if they're launching tokens or whatever. You're getting sort of a slow build market maker that provides upward pressure on your chart, and you don't have to fund it with Solana. The fees cut. It's like another staker, so it's just getting the fee cut out of the general pool cut. You don't have to send it Solana for it to work. You just send it supply and let it do its thing. All it needs is some supply and some time. And I think once people figure that out, that you're going to get like it's not like a lot of it, like it'll be more, it starts slow and then it'll build up and it'll be more volume and then it'll be burns. And it's a really nice feature that Mark just made up. Like, I think it was last week or the week before. He's just like, let's do this. I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Let's do it. That sounds like
You can see that the bot actually just bought some more deep net.
Oh, did they? Can you? Yeah, because I think it was like, let me see, in the deep net pool. If you go there,
right here,
it did. Yes, because I think it was like 1.8 million, something like that. And now it's at 2 million.
Slowly trying to go up until it reached 3.5%.
Yeah, and then it switches over to burn. So they like all it needs is some supply and time. So yeah, that deep net's got their first buy from StakeBot. It added 0.2% to its stack. It had 1.8 million, then it went to 2 million. So now it's at 0.2, and then the next time fees comes through with their pool's very healthy. It'll get another cut, and it'll just keep compounding it forever until it hits 3.5, and then it'll switch over to burning.
Now, can you explain to them how each time the bot is getting the supply? After they stake for the bot, at least, like, you know what I'm saying. Once
it buys it. It buys it off the market, so it gets its cut of fees like any other staker. It buys your token off the market and then restakes it. So it continually buys and restakes. It doesn't have programming to sell. It cannot sell your token.
Yep. If you look here, you see what happened with the bot is there are 3 transactions. The first one is actually, let me see this, the bot receiving Solana from the staking pool. So it's got 0.0144. Then the next transaction is a swap. So it swapped the 0.0144 for 25,000 DNet here.
Yep.
And the third transaction that happens right after that is staking.
Yeah, so it automatically takes whatever its cut of fees is, buys your token, and then restakes it. It does that forever until it hits the 3.5, and then after it hits 3.5%, it continues to buy, and then it burns. That way, people in your pool don't feel like they're getting outcompeted by the bot. 3.5 sort of like the edge of trench etiquette stack, so you don't want people to be like, oh, the stake bot's got 8%. It's too much. Why would I stake? Now there's a maximum, and then it also burns.
Yeah. And there's a fee, but the fee is 0 if your market cap is below 100K.
Yeah, if you're below 100K, it costs you nothing.
Actually, is sent to the Tibane splitter, which is a 50% to the staking pool and 50% to the project.
Yeah, which is huge. I mean, we haven't even really talked over that a lot. That 50% of everything that's on the DApp, 50% of everything that's generated by the tools on Tibane.net, that half of it deposits to the Chief Pussy staking pool. So besides the fees of 25% deposit from trading fees, half of anything that gets generated by the project, by TibaneLabs, goes into the Chief Pussy pool. And that's, I can't think of anyone else that's doing that, even close. I can't. I gotta be honest with you. Can we go look at the Chief Pussy pool when you get a minute? Because I want. There's some nice. The stats are getting really big on there. We're very close to 30% stake.
Yeah.
27.2, I think.
I can click here.
Yeah.
We can see a 27.19.
27.19. And then George has said that when he launched the token, he had 0.8% sitting out there in a stream flow that he forgot about. And he was nice enough to say that when that unlocks in about 17, 18 days later in April, he's going to send all of that to StakeBot. So we'll
look as well, because I believe I may have burned some as well. I'm not completely sure because there was so much going on at the time. I know I bought Mark 1%, and then I randomly staked almost 1%, I guess, that I didn't know about. So I have to look into like my transactions on Soul Slugs, the other Soul Incinerator, see if I burned some, because I believe I might have burned token as well. So
I think you and Mark both burned tokens, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, Mark definitely did. Mark burned like 3%.
Yeah, Mark burned like a 50 grand stack, if I remember right.
Yeah. Yep.
So and we're here 2 months later, still building, trying to make something really nice in the trenches.
I don't think I actually ever sold any token I ever bought.
I don't think so.
No, you haven't. Nope. Because when I gave you the 1%, I remember you were just buying and buying and buying, and then you were just about 3% or 3%, and you're like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna burn." And I was like, "Oh, more power to you. That sounds great." That's kind of what set us off on the first all-time high run.
Yeah. So
this is Tibane. There's no way I'm going to sell it.
That's right. That's right. It's different, and I think the trench, like I said, every other post is begging for different. They're begging for something different than the status quo, and we're building it, and it takes time, but we're having success. That's the best part about it. We've got some great projects coming in. I'm talking to more in the background. I'm going to continue to talk to people. We're going to have more pools coming online. We're going to have more projects coming online. So if you're listening, and you're curious what we're doing, just hop in the Telegram. We've got that opened out. It's TibaneNet is the Telegram link. We just opened that a couple days ago. Do we have any comments, by the way, Mark? I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I don't see any comments yet. I don't know if there's a bug or if it's like that.
Yeah, okay. Everybody's kind of taking a nap. That's fine. It's spring.
All comments appear on the stream directly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, feel free to comment and
ask questions or anything, or like hop in the Telegram, ask us questions, send the DM. You can DM Mark or me or George, anybody. We'll figure it out. And like I said, we'll help you share. We'll help you share fees and revenue with your holders for free. And that's no one else is doing that. Nobody's doing that. And then if you would like to become a Chief Pussy holder or a TibaneLabs supporter, 25% of our trading fees go into the pool, and half of everything the protocol generates goes into the pool. And nobody's doing that. Not even, like I said, there's no one really doing 5% or 10%, 1%. No one's doing that. So big things are being planned. I think that covers most of what we've been through this week. Did you want to transition to that other update you had now, Mark, about that build you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just trying to add a little something.
What are you doing now?
Let's maybe talk a little bit about VP.net.
Okay. So VP.net is Mark's VPN. Yeah, look at that. And VP.net, what makes it different than everybody else's VPN, is when you make a VPN, it's a virtual private network, and what you do is you connect to a list of computers out there in the world, and you go around your ISP, so your internet service provider can't see what you're doing. But most VPNs, you're just trusting them. It's just another group of people that can see what you're doing. And it's a very trust me, bro type scenario where, like, oh, we're not going to sell your data. We're not going to look at what you're doing, but like, you're not guaranteed that at all. What makes VP.net different is that they have all the traffic is cryptographically encrypted through Intel SGX enclaves. So no one can see your traffic. So whatever weird stuff you're looking at, whatever it is, whatever weird stuff you're looking at, no one can see it.
Could be anything. Could be if you're Chinese and you want to talk about the regime,
Right.
or if you're North Korean, or even if you're, American and you want to say something about your president, you better use a VPN.
Better, I mean, especially in the climate we're in right now, it definitely makes sense. Yeah, it's crazy that we exist in a climate where you got to throw that last part in there with the other two, but it's kind of true, It's kind of true.
Sounds like a joke, but it's not actually a joke.
It's not really a joke. Not really anymore.
Yeah, I've been looking at the visa conditions for visiting the US, where you have to set all your social networks to public.
Oh yeah, they check you to make sure that like you're toeing the line now, which is crazy.
Yeah,
you can't be critical of the current administration, which is a little crazy. It's a little bit North Korean,
So yeah, I mean, the VPN, the idea with what we've done with VP.net is we've used SGX technology, which basically allows us to prove that the way we transfer the traffic from our servers to internet is not logged in any way. So we have a real no-log guarantee, which is a lot more than just a policy. You can actually look at the source code and see for yourself what's running and how it's handled.
So this
And
is
the whole idea,
to like them not you guys aren't storing any data, because most of the time your VPN is stored at whoever runs the VPN service. That's correct, and this one doesn't store any of your data.
yes. So we don't store any data. We don't even make it possible to see what's happening for us. So all we see there is traffic, but that's all we can see. We don't know whose traffic is going where. This goes a long way compared, for example, I used to think actually a long time ago that Proton VPN were the good guys and that all the VPNs were not so great. But it turned out that Proton VPN is one of the bad guys.
Yeah, because most VPN companies, I don't know if people know this, but most VPN companies store your data. I would say all of them store your data. So VPNs know where you are, but other people don't. So granted, they have access to all this information. Mark's VPN does not even allow them access to any of their information. So it's a true VPN service that doesn't log any of your data, that doesn't know your locations. So that's like a major benefit for many people that want privacy versus their run-of-the-mill VPN that stores all this data and could potentially sell it to others or even expose you.
And they probably are selling it. Let's be real.
Oh, absolutely.
They probably are. You have to hope at best it's anonymized, but they're probably selling your stuff. Like, that's the crazy part.
Yeah. I mean, user information, like what people visit in terms of websites and so on, can be sold for quite a lot. It's not rare to see companies running VPN companies being actually involved in this kind of market.
Facebook did it. Meta, I guess. The Meta had a big deal. There was a big deal about it. They were selling data. I think what's great about VP.net is the people that are behind it. So like I used PIA for the longest time which was Andrew Lee is now behind VPNet, which is he was part of PIA. Matt Kim is also there. Mark Carpeles, of course, whoever that guy is. Don't know. never heard of him. And Roger Ver. I think that's Bitcoin Jesus. It's in the FAQ. If you go to FAQ about, you found it.
3 years on the I believe.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. So some people that you may have heard of, so yeah, I've been using it. I like it. It works great. You were putting it on the. Did you put the DApp out for VP.net, Mark?
It's built. We're testing it.
Okay.
And it will be on the Solana store very soon.
Yeah, the DApp store. I think that's a nice angle for Solana because privacy has been a huge talking point on Solana with Mert and all these people and Zcash and whatever. So I think VP.net being usable on the Seeker with the Seeker DApp is actually huge. There's not many VPNs on the Seeker DApp store. So I would say this is the best one once that DApp goes live, just in my humble opinion. And you can sign up for VP.net with Solana. You can pay through Solana Rails, right?
And actually, I'm working on adding support for paying with Chief Pussy.
Oh, really?
It should be up. I was hoping during this stream, but it's taking a little bit longer because of the system checks. That takes like 50 minutes to run in full.
That's okay. So you're saying when people go to checkout, it says pay with crypto, they're going to see Solana, and they're going to see USDC, and then they're going to see Chief Pussy?
Yeah. That's the idea. Like if you continue to payment.
Funny. That's so funny, man. I got to say, Mark, I really appreciate. I like how when you first came over, you were just you CTO'd. Originally TibaneLabs was Chief Pussy Labs. You went all in on it every day. You were just talking about Chief Pussy every day. And like I said, we've had some success with people who are more open to working with TibaneLabs. They don't want to say, like, we did have Rodney Crypto Journeys. He had a great clip of him saying the token name and laughing about it, which we appreciated that. But not everyone has a great sense of humor. I don't know. You think memes are supposed to be funny, but I always have to appreciate how not afraid you are to just put the ticker out there. And it's really funny to me that on VP.net, you're going to see LTC, BTC, FUSD, ETH, BCH, Doge, and then it's going to say Chief Pussy in there.
But Solana right there. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to say. It's going to say Chief Pussy here on Tibane.
And Tibane the cat, yeah.
Yeah. That's how it's going to appear because that's the ticker.
What do you think, George? You think that's funny?
Maybe I will try to do something with this page because there's too much.
You went too fast. What do you
So Mark is enabling Chief Pussy payments for VP.net. So if you look on his page there.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah, it's not on there yet, but it's gonna show Litecoin, Bitcoin,
yeah, ETH, I see all the other payment methods.
And then it's gonna say Chief Pussy in there. Which I find that really funny.
Well, you're seeing a lot of different ones.
Yeah. But like I said, it's gonna be so funny. You got Doge, you got Solana, and then you got Chief Pussy, Tibane the cat. People are gonna be like, "What is this?" Just like I said, Rodney. I went into his live stream and he looked at it, and he had a great reaction to the ticker, which is the reaction you want to have. Like it's a meme. It's supposed to be funny, Tibane is the Chief Pussy of Bitcoin. Like that's the whole lore of it. But I was saying I really appreciated how gung ho Mark was right from the rip, and just talking, like just throwing the ticker out there and like didn't care, he did a true, like he went more gung ho on a CTO than like experienced token CTOers, right? Like it was great.
Sure. Mark came out swinging from the jump.
Literally came out swinging. He's like burning stuff. He's just throwing it. You know, Chief Pussy Labs. Like, which was your idea, Mark. That was your idea off the rip. It's like, hey, maybe we should make Chief Pussy Labs. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. I can say Chief Pussy without laughing.
No, I love it though. Like I said, I'm so bullish on it. Like I said, there's been some people that we got some comments from Jack. We'll come to him in a minute down there in the comment box. But some people have been like, you know, like I said, some people either really think it's funny and they love the meme just for the name, or they like uptight about it. Like, how can I take this seriously? It's like, it's a meme, you goofball. What do you mean take it seriously? What are you talking about? Jack wants to know if I can pay with BSV. I don't see.
No. The response is no.
I don't see BSV on there, Jack. Sorry about that. You guys go.
No, but one thing that's interesting is for people who pay with Chief Pussy on VP.net, I guess 50% of the Chief Pussy fee will be put to the pool. It's not the whole amount, of course, because there's a VP.net part, but there's a payment
from VP.net.
Yeah, I mean it's typically 1 or 2%, something like that, because crypto payments are very cheap. But it's still going to be a little something too.
I mean, that's awesome. Like I said, I appreciate how when we talked about it, and we were like, hey, can we do half of everything? And you're like, yeah. And now you're talking about doing half of signups that are paid with Chief Pussy on VP.net being also deposited to the pool. There's no one else doing that. That's very cool. So thank you. That's an amazing perk for Chief Pussy holders and for TibaneLabs supporters, and using VP.net. It's a great. There's nobody doing that. There's no one building like a rewards community at this level. 50% is a lot. So thanks. That's awesome. That's a pretty big announcement.
Yeah, and I will go to the next announcement, and this one is not public yet, so it's how to say that? It's I forgot the word. Exclusive.
It's going to be live now. It's exclusive to TibaneLabs update.
Yeah. So VP.net, of course, is doing VPN services, and we've been thinking of what we could make this SGX technology to use for, like what else privacy and a guarantee of security could be useful. And we've come to talking about mails. So this is bmail.ag. This is going to be announced on VP.net within a day or so.
Awesome.
And basically, it's a fully private server-side encrypted mail where when, for example, you get an email sent to you from a website, from someone else, from anywhere, the email is encrypted as soon as it arrives on the platform using SGX. And of course, emails between users on the platform are fully end-to-end encrypted.
That's cool. So you can't have anyone just, because like I said, I like when my wife's using ChatGPT, I'm like, they're reading everything you put in there, right? She's like, yeah, I don't care. But like, some people might, and I would assume we've seen stuff with what was that person? I think it was WhatsApp or whatever. Like they have AI scanning of everything. I would assume that would start to become the default across platforms. All these different email companies, messaging apps, is just AI is going to be scanning and flagging everything you said. So having a private email through Bmail is a very nice feature to add. I think it's great. Is there a cost associated?
Yes. Let me first go through a little bit that you can choose a number of domains. We're going to add more.
Hang on a second. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. First of all, I like the Naruto and the Gundam. I like that. You got Devil Fruit, which I can appreciate it. As one anime and manga appreciator to another. But hold up, Clinton not pizza.
The anti-Epstein email privacy app has Clinton.pizza and Epstein.pizza.
You tell me I could get.
The irony is crazy there.
If only Jeff had used Bmail.
There would be no Epstein files if Jeff used Epstein.pizza on Vimeo.
If he'd used Epstein at Epstein.pizza. Oh, that's funny. That's
So when you create your account, you get some words similar to what you would do with a crypto wallet. I'm going to show you the ones here. This is, of course, a throwaway account, so those mean nothing. But
okay. So you get a mnemonic phrase that you can use.
Mnemonic phrase as a backup, and then you can continue to log in. Yeah, I need to log in again. I think it was not this, of course. Tibane demo. Yep. And then you can choose the plans.
Oh, those are still not bad prices at all.
Yeah, and actually, if you can remove the add VPN to get the mail only, but if you add the VPN, you get
so you can bundle them.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And this is card payments. Here it's a little bit small. I think we'll make it a little bit easier to see because it's this needs to be improved. But if you click on this button here, you have this checkout page. It opens a separate window where you can also click Get Voucher, and you get the same payment system that on VP.net. So you can also choose a number of currencies.
And will we be able to pay with Chief Pussy for that as well?
Yes.
Let's go.
It's going to be implemented on. I mean, it's the same system in the background, so it will work.
That's actually everywhere. Huge. So you hear that, everybody? You can get your Epstein.pizza Bmail. Pay for it with Chief Pussy tokens.
So it will be probably a couple of hours after this stream just to make sure, maybe faster. But Chief Pussy will be in this list.
Mark, I gotta give you credit. That was a nice setup. I know you did that on purpose. That was nice. You showed the address list, and that was good. That was really nice.
And by the way this works, you see it's a blind voucher. So you pay with crypto, you get a voucher code that then you paste here. It's a little bit weird looking, but the way it works is actually the payment cannot be linked with your account.
Okay. So like you're getting a code for paying through crypto that you then paste in there, and then it activates your account.
Yes, and that code, when we issue it, we don't know what the code is.
Okay, so what you're saying is like
it's using some crypto magic, some very dark magic called ED25519 Schnorr signatures, which basically, when you pay, your browser generates a secret, and it asks with the payment for this secret to be signed blindly. So the server will say, okay, I see the payment. I put a stamp on your secret. I don't know what the secret is, but I certify that it's been paid. Then when you come back to this page and you paste your code here, then it includes the secret, but the server don't know when it was signed. You don't know which secret it was. So the crypto payment is fully disconnected from your usage of the service.
So what you're saying is like that if you pay with crypto, they don't know who bought the account, is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's just their crypto payment went through, an account was registered, and that's all that they see.
Even if you pay with Bitcoin, which has all the history on chain, we break the line right there.
Oh, that's cool. So very very cypherpunky is what you're saying.
Yes.
Which I appreciate that, and I feel good that I used that term. I said, because I'm like, there's an actual cypherpunk running around on Solana, and I'm just confused why more people are not paying attention. Totally did give you a repost at one point early, but everybody else has just sort of been kind of fading it. But I think it's part of it is just the different generations of trader or whatever on Solana. But this is cool. So this is that cryptographically private email that you can pay for. Like so you use a debit card or whatever, and it's like so no one knows who registered your email, which might be good if you're running around with an Epstein.pizza email address.
Yeah. So by the way, the website for bmail.ag itself is also run behind SGX proxy, so it ensures that your IP does not reach any kind of log. And outgoing mails are also run through another SGX proxy. So everything that may see your communication is fully secure.
Oh, that's very cool. I gotta say, this is a very cool upgrade for VP.net. It's something that people definitely need. I mean, everyone knows about the Epstein files. Everyone knows that people are reading everything you do. I think this is a great service,
and it's completely unanimous or anonymous payment. So down to just
it's anonymous payment for the crypto side. If you pay with cards directly, it's going to be a Stripe payment. So this is not anonymous, but it's more convenient. So it's up to you.
Right. So you can do it however you want to do it. But also, again, integrated. Chief Pussy will be integrated for payments on both VP.net and bmail.ag, that's huge. Like, I mean, like, and I appreciate like class like a big thing with like the standard, the ancient memes was like being able to use it for stuff. Like that was the whole like the grail. So like I appreciate that you're integrating this into all the things you're building. And I gotta say, I foresee B-Mail making some waves. Like I foresee that happening. So again, appreciate you doing an exclusive announcement with Tibane Weekly Update. And also, besides the amazing domains that you can register your email with, I appreciate that when people go to pay for their VP.net VPN or B-Mail, that it's going to say Chief Pussy on there on the checkout. So, I think that's really
B-Mail actually, by the way, comes from the Korean B-Mail, which means secret.
Yeah, I was reading that. I think that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that it's like sort of like that other letter mail, but it's B-Mail. It's secret. That's huge. I'm definitely gonna be signing up for that. Not that anyone cares who I am, but you never know. Maybe since I'm hanging out with you, they might start.
Yeah, we spend quite a bit of time on this.
Well, like I said, you've been working a lot. I think it's very clear you've been working a lot, and huge update. Again, we obviously community appreciates that you're integrating everything, integrating the token into everything you're doing. Like I said, just came out swinging on the CTO, took it very seriously, and we appreciate that. So that's why we've been doing everything we can do to help support and get the word out and bring more people on the platform. And it's something that Solana needs really badly. And like I said, I wish you nothing but success with all these other endeavors you're working on. And I appreciate you incorporating, Chief Pussy and TibaneLabs with that. I think it's huge. So thank you. And also just giving us exclusive announcements almost every week.
I've tried to do things I try to keep it not too boring, because if I just went through all the source code I post and update on GitHub, for example, there's a lot of code, but it's code. So it's
Yeah, right. I can't read it.
Yeah, I try to not go too much into the technical details because I could spend hours talking about how we made it possible, how we encrypt things, how the SGX makes it possible to audit the code and all the technical things that go with that. But I know that if I do that, I'm going to have nobody looking at the stream anymore.
No, I have to say, and I'm sure there'll be a time and place for that. And there's people that probably want to hear you talk about all that stuff. But I have to say, I have to give you credit. Boring is not. That was a nice setup, Mark. That was well executed. That was very nice. I did not see that one coming. But I think these updates are great. I think part of it is, just the macro of the market is very bad, to say the least, right now. Right? There's a lot of stuff going on. Everybody's risk off. But this is the time to. This is a great time that we can gather up all the real people that are still working in the trenches, bring them all under one banner. That was kind of I made a Game of Thrones meme, just to sort of make TibaneLabs and Tibane.net like the banner for where you go to find tokens that are that plan to be here for a while and are working on things. And I think Solana needs that very badly. And I think the updates and things you're building are extremely powerhouse. And I don't think that just because not everything is hitting and making big time news right now, that means that it's not going to make big time news eventually. And I think part of that is just everyone's sort of checked out. Active like trenchers is way down right now. But I think everything we're building and everything you're building is in the right place to capture a lot of attention when momentum sort of swings back, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not building things anyway I of course hope things go well for the token, but I'm just building things because I like to build things.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Yeah, for BML, for example, it's part of VP.net, so it's bigger than actually all of this.
Yeah, right. Like these are actually the fact that we've been integrated into it is just such a nice bonus. I think like the attention economy angle of Solana is a thing, and I think the attention economy will come back. But in the meantime, I very appreciate having you incorporate this token and everything else you're working on, which are very big deals. They really are. And I think that people will come to appreciate that. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Where else did you want to go from there, Mark?
Well, I guess it's been 1 hour. We've been talking about quite a few things. We covered most of the subjects I wanted to talk about, I believe.
I think so. George, did you have anything you want to talk about?
No, we kind of covered everything. And if Mark's update for the app isn't ready yet, then I think that covers everything this week.
Yeah, want to put the staking bot video?
Actually, I can find the one of Rodney. Let me check my account here. Let me see if I can find it. Him reading the going on the website was kind of funny. We could close with that. Let me see if I can find it. Gotta scroll back through all this stuff. We can just feature our good friend Rodney to close the channel out. Let's see. Where's it at, man? It's way back. When did this happen?
It was like 2 days ago.
Was it? I posted it on my account, didn't I?
TibaneLabs.
Was it on Tibane? Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, I did. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm finding it. Here, let's see. Here we go. Come back. One moment. It was definitely funny. He had a great reaction to it. It was fun to see that. Let's see here. Why can't I find this? I can't find it. I don't know. Oh, did I put it in the XCOM? Maybe that's why.
Oh, and I almost forgot to check if there's any new memes.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the meme of the week. Oh yeah. Why can't I find this video? What did I do? I can't find it. I'm like losing it here. But yeah, we didn't do meme of the week. Let's check that real quick. There's the World of Warcraft one. Okay. Last week we picked the Chief Pussy poster. So
Yeah.
And then there was the CEO one. Jack still has not uploaded his meme. You know, oopsie. Oh, here it is. I found the video. This is funny. I'll put it into our X chat, Mark. We can do that after this. I was able to find it. Let's see. Let me go on the website and look at the memes. Memes. George, what's your early front runner?
I like the one with I was gonna pick. Well, that one was from last week, but I like the one with Mark with all the cats under him.
The World of Warcraft one. I do like that too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Am I connected? No, I need to like it. That one's definitely got to go. I'm gonna log in and like that one so it goes to the main gallery. But that one's pretty great. I like that one a lot. How do you feel about it, Mark?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm preparing this.
Sure.
Okay. Which one?
The very first one there, the World of Warcraft with all the cats.
I'm not sure who this is, but yeah. You know, with AI.
I like it. I think it's good. Tibane looks good there.
Yeah.
There's all the cats waiting for the update. They're trying to get the next update. Oh, I see. He's fishing with the next update. Oh, yeah. I see. Okay. I like that. I like that one.
Okay. So that's going to be 100,000 Chief Pussy staked.
It's the Chief week.
It's going to take a bit of a second to get to the address. Maybe I can just launch the video in background when I
that works. That's fine. It's not very long. It's just Rodney. He's a streamer and a KOL, and he had a live stream going the other day and went in there, and he was looking at tickers, and he just had a really great reaction to seeing Chief Pussy, which is funny. So it's a fun way to end the stream, I think.
Yeah, actually I didn't see it, so that's going to be the first time for me to see it.
Oh, okay. There was actually a second part we went a little deeper into it, and I'll try to go bother him again to look at the tools and stuff, but it was funny.
And I got the address. I'm going to do now the process of going to here, Chief Pussy, and I'm going to stake 1,000 on behalf of this magnificent address.
Very nice. It's the Chief of the Week.
And it's done.
Congratulations. You're the winner of the Chief of the Week. I'll go give them a like. It'll go to the main gallery, and then we'll post it from the main account, and we can figure out who's the winner. So congratulations.
Okay, and I will launch the stream video.
Nice. We can close it.
Chief Pussy? Which meme coin is that? I will check that out. So we just, dude, you will not beat me in Tekken, Jayhawk. That is an absolute. You will not. I'm telling you, will not beat me in Tekken. You know? Yeah, Monkey does bring back memories. What's Chief Pussy? A Chief Cat? What's so special about this? TibaneLabs, we build tools and infrastructure on Solana, staking, analytics, token utility, open source, and permissionless. Okay, I like that.
He got a little distracted after that. There's another part later, but it's just good. Like it feels good to have people react the way you would think they would to the name. Like it's a meme. It's meant to be. Like that was the thesis when George did it. That was Tibane's Buttcoin forum title. He's the chief pussy of Bitcoin and Buttcoin. I just felt good. He had a great reaction to it. It was definitely fun. So
Yeah, that was fun.
So that was it. It's just good to see people react the way, because I've had some people go like, oh, like, you know, be like, what's that? What's this? But like, it's funny. Ticker's funny. It's meant to be funny. That's the whole idea. It's supposed to be here to have fun. That's what memes are about. You got a question in French, I believe, Mark.
Oh. Yeah, I think we can ignore this one.
Okay, I can't. Okay, yeah. Okay. As you said, the littlest ever is the most exciting tech on Solana. Yeah, I agree. It's this is there are some people have been DMing me and they're like, how to is this the most undervalued thing on Solana? And I can't say explicitly, but in my opinion, yes, I would say so. That's my humble opinion, not financial advice. Can't tell you what to do, but in my opinion, yes, I believe it is. So, George, you have anything else to add before we close this thing out?
No, I think that covers it. You guys can close it out.
Mark, you have anything else you want to talk about before we close this thing out?
I think I'm mostly good. I mean, Chief Pussy payments are coming to vp.net and bmail.ag. Feel free to test these, and any Chief Pussy spent there will not be sold, of course.
Oh wow! Okay, awesome. So wait, they're just gonna accumulate it somewhere?
Yeah, probably just going to stick it.
Oh wow! Okay, that's cool. So anything that comes into bmail or vp.net is just gonna get staked in the pool for payments. That's actually pretty huge. That's a nice little announcement there at the end. So. Yeah, so even if you do use payment, that's nice of you to do that. Most people, even when I've had big utilities bring in, or big outfits bring in a meme coin for payments, I had a pretty big NFT exchange bring in one a couple years ago. They built on the back end that automatically sold on the market when it came in. So like it was a nice integration, but all it did was add sell pressure to our chart.
Yeah, that's not what we want.
No, so that's actually very huge. So that's a nice thing that we can tell people and talk about that, and it's nice of you to do that, and VP.net and Bmail to do that. That they're just going to stake the token up that they receive for payments, that's huge. That's just more. That's more decentralized supply. That's more things like lock. That just less tokens running around in the market, and it's just a river from many streams, right? A lot of tributaries all flowing into one big thing. So
that's the idea.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So thank you, Mark. Thank you for doing these things. I know it's really early in the morning for you, super early, and all the best to you and your family. Everybody go check out vp.net, check out bmail.ag, sign up. When the Chief Pussy payments go live, you can pay with all the different cryptos or with Chief Pussy. And yeah, so that's a huge announcement. We got a couple new pools that opened up, getting real close to 30% Chief Pussy staked on the Tibane.net. And then we didn't even really talk about the splitter, but if you guys have your pump fees and they're locked away and you file the CTO, make sure you go set up a splitter so you never have to do it again. That's on Tibane.net tools. We'll talk more about that on Spaces and everything else of the week. It's a great utility. It costs nothing.
I've seen a few bugs remaining with the splitter UI, so I'm going to fix these, especially with the auto sell. But yeah, the idea is you can split fees and you can automatically sell tokens you don't need. Or you can whitelist tokens that won't be sold.
That's awesome. It's a great utility, and I've been trying to tell people about it, even if they don't want to do anything else on VP.net on Tibane.net, that they should go open a splitter account. They should just you don't have to ever worry about pump holding your fees hostage, or that way you can do things with your fees. Because if you're building actual tokens and communities, you want to direct things here or there, or do that or the other. And they locked every token on Solana that's a pump token, and you can't. Which we have a way around it with direct deposits and things like that. But if you do file for the CTO, definitely open a splitter account. Like, it's free, it costs nothing, and appreciate you making that work. Alrighty, that's it for me. Everybody have a fantastic Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back here. I'm going to try to do a space Monday. I've got my kids on spring break, so just watch for the announcement on that. Might be different times this week, and then we'll try to be back here again next Friday for the update again. George, Mark, thank you both. This is TibaneLabs. Yeah, of course. Thank you. TibaneLabs weekly update.
We'll see you
It's been
next
a great
week.
one. See you.
See you next week for the live on the inner space.
Yep. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, George. Later.
Take care.
Later. Take care.